Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 19.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That is incomplete. Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Courtland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 4-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
They'll run him with Bell. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Up for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bell. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second down.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Damian Wilson in on the stop.
A gain of 2.
From the 29, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Hardman to return. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
As the punt team now as this one sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
They'll take over.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Well, we're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. Now Bell. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
Brings up second and goal.
Escaping the pressure right. Kansas City touchdown.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 17, Ravens 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. On second and 12, Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And some room to maneuver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
This is Bell. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Mahomes now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 29.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Brought down back.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown. Miles Boykin there to make the grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
in the receiver's hands in the end zone for the score. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give this to Bell, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he stopped immediately there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A quick slant to Hill. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run forward with a fullback Sherman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
First down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Now Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Back to throw, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Mahomes pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Bell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw. A screen to Bell. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. To throw is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Justice Hill on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.